Popeye the Sailor became so popular during the Great Depression that consumption of spinach increased by 33%. His popularity also led to American children listing spinach as their third favorite food, after turkey and ice cream. American rapper Pusha T wrote the famous McDonald's jingle, "I'm loving it," in 2003, but he does not own any of the publishing rights for it. He learned from his multi-million-dollar mistake and now owns 40% of the publishing rights of the We Have the Meats campaign from Arby's. In 1714, a Norwegian captain and an English captain had a 14-hour-long ship fight. Afterwards, both ships were badly damaged and the Norwegian captain was running out of ammo. He sent an envoy to the English ship, asking if he could borrow some of their ammo. They said no. Many products are getting smaller due to shrinkflation. For example, Mars shrank its Maltesers, M&Ms by up to 15%. In the past, companies blamed the rising price of raw materials. Recently, these prices dropped back, but the shrinkage continued as manufacturers try to stealthily boost profits. The TV show Friends ended in 2004. The 6 main cast members still receive a yearly check of $20 million in royalties alone. Don LaFontaine, the movie trailer voice guy, offered to record an answering machine message for anyone that contacted him, if he had the time. He received so many requests, he had to stop offering. Due to altitude, your taste bud sensitivity to salts and sweets are reduced 30%, and because 80% of what people think is taste is actually smell, the 12% humidity in a pressurized airplane cabin causes odor receptors not to function. Food tastes twice as bland than on the ground. With each degree of temperature rise, violence increases by up to 20%. Fight crime by reducing Earth's temperature to 0 degrees Kelvin. Claudius was the first of 15 Roman emperors to not have any male lovers. People thought it was strange that he was only attracted to women. Straight. No male lover. I oughtn't know about that. Can a straight person really be fit for office? On the set of Princess Bride, Andre the Giant once let out a 16-second fart and brought production to a standstill. Nobody said anything except director Rob Reiner, who said, "Are you okay, Andre?" To which Andre replied, "I'm now boss." Many early texts described Jesus as ugly and small. He is estimated to have been 4 feet 6 inches tall. Jesus looked and sounded just like Danny DeVito. During the Middle Ages there was a legal category called embrathurment that allowed 2 men to share living quarters, pool their resources, and effectively live as a married couple. The couple shared 1 bread, 1 wine, 1 purse. The Hoover Dam is expected to be one of the last remaining visible structures from our species, and it contains a star map that, if no other means were available, could be used to determine the exact date on which Hoover Dam was completed. We could have just chiseled in the f***ing date on it. It's not some Stone Age creation. President Abraham Lincoln was an accomplished wrestler and is enshrined in the Hall of Fame, and he suffered only 1 defeat in 300 matches. He what? Garfield's assassin, Charles Gitto, was so hated that when he joined a Christian free love commune, no one would have with him. They started calling him Charles Jitout, a play on words for get out. Garfield's dead. The US President hon. Garfield was the president. The average dog can count to 5 and understands about 165 words, including signs, signals and gestures. The smartest dogs can understand up to 250 words, putting them on par intellectually with 2.5-year-old humans. Primates and cetaceans laugh at the canines and young humans' lower intellects. According to the Sonic Encyclopedia, Sonic's real full name is Ogilvy Morris Hedgehog. I do not know what to do with this information. There's actually an extinct animal called Bulbasaurus. They look nothing like the Pokemon, and they were therapsids. The Kazoo Kid from Kazoo is still an actor. He's 34. His name is Brett Ambler, and he's absolutely killing it. Millennial dads are spending 3 times as much time with their kids than their fathers spent with them. Back in 1982, 43% of fathers admitted they'd never changed a diaper. Today, that number is down to about 3%. Millennials are killing the deadbeat dad industry. Psychologists recognize the need for drama as a personality trait. High NFT individuals agree with statements like, sometimes it's fun to get people riled up, the all factor, clinical insufferable disorder. The world's oldest known spider lived to be 43, named number 16. She died after being stung by a wasp. Number 16, I love you. I'm going up to a wasp nest and setting it on fire. Let em know number 16 still got shooters out here. The South Pole experiences a 6-month period of darkness, during which scientists at the Amundsen Scott South Pole Station have a tradition of watching The Thing, a movie about a humanoid alien who attacks an Arctic research outpost. That's the last time and place I wanna be watching The Thing. Burger King is testing a French fry sandwich. Are you going to order it? The Antarctic temperature rose above 65 degrees Fahrenheit for the first time ever. A chef made a record-breaking pizza load with 257 different cheeses. Type O blood was actually meant to be type 0 blood, due to the lack of glycoprotein in the red blood cells. It was misread and is now called type O blood. I guess you can call it a typo. The national animal of Scotland is a unicorn. You cannot sneeze while sleeping. The name for Haagen-Dazs ice cream has no meaning. They are made up words meant to look Scandinavian to Americans. Oscar winners cannot sell their award for a profit without first offering it back to the Academy for $1. There have been 12 US presidents during the 60-year reign of Queen Elizabeth II. In addition to our moon, there are thousands of small asteroids or mini-moons orbiting Earth at any given time. Most scientists agree that life on Earth began in the ocean 3.1 billion to 3.4 billion years ago.
Ain't nobody got time for that.
The metric system is the official system of measurement in every country in the world except for Burma, Liberia and the United States. 7-Up was originally named Bib-Label Lithiated Lemon Lime Soda. The word Mayfair is never mentioned in the 1972 film The Godfather. R2-D2 means reel 2, dialogue track 2, in film cutters lingo. 17 direct hits are needed to sink all of your opponent's ships in a game of Battleship. Due to erosion, Niagara Falls moves backwards about 2.5 feet every year. 98% of Antarctica is covered by ice, but it is considered a desert because it gets very little precipitation. The hole in your shirt that you put your arm through is called an armscye. Harvard University is the alma mater of 7 US presidents, more than any other college. LASER is an acronym for light amplification by stimulated emission of radiation. You're 80 times more likely to be killed while walking to school than while taking the bus. A man named Tim Price changed his name to Tim Price to make it harder for telemarketers to pronounce. Touching an item at the store makes you more likely to buy it and willing to pay more for it. The first bristle toothbrushes were made with horse or hog bristle. Today, synthetic fibers are used. It would take 2 weeks of constant gum chewing to burn off 1 pound of fat. Teratophobia is the fear of giving Earth to a monster. Dr. Phil doesn't have a license to practice psychology. Since his TV show involves entertainment, he doesn't need one. The most secure place in the world is a vault in Fort Knox, Kentucky, safeguarding 5,000 tons of gold with a 250-ton door. A sheep, a duck and a rooster were the first passengers in a hot air balloon. Failed Pez flavors, coffee, licorice, eucalyptus, menthol, flour. For $45, the US Bureau of Engraving and Printing will sell you a 5-pound bag with $10,000 worth of shredded US currency. The first computer mouse was invented by Doug Engelbart in 1964 and was made of wood. The plural form of Toyota's Prius is Prii. The voice of Minnie Mouse, Russi Taylor, was married to the voice of Mickey Mouse, Wayne Allwing, until his death in 2009. New car smell comes from chemicals that could be bad for you. Some people can hear their eyeballs move.
Oh hell no!
Studies show that frequent orgasms can make women more confident, productive and creative. English inventor Joseph Merlin designed the first roller skates for a masquerade party in 1760. Not bothering to practice, he smashed into a wall-length mirror upon entrance.
Mission failed. We'll get them next time.
1 in every 10 Europeans were conceived in an IKEA bed. Like in the store. The Bible has been translated into Klingon, the alien language used in Star Trek. It's possible to see a rainbow as a complete circle from an airplane. Humans altogether weigh 287 million tons, or more than 5,400 Titanics. 80% of all insects live in jungles. Almost 90% of shark attacks have happened to men. The average American lives 13 years longer than the average celebrity. Chickpeas are the same as garbanzo beans. Boston Market is not called market in Boston. If you stick the paw of a Pomeranian in warm water while it is sleeping, the dog will not pee in its sleep. Godzilla has attacked and destroyed Tokyo no less than 28 times. Mermaid Man's signature catchphrase wasn't originally evil, but rather was. In 2006, an astronaut asked a class, "Why do you go to college?" leading to a student answering, "To get more knowledge." "Why do you go to Jupiter?" The astronaut was never seen again after that day.
Got it.
In 2007, a bowhead whale was discovered with the end of a harpoon left embedded in its neck from a previous hunt. It was found the harpoon tip was originally manufactured in 1890, indicating the whale had survived a human attack more than a century ago. Absolutely massive energy. Moby energy. Someone set up a solar-powered MP3 and speaker system in the middle of the Namibian desert to play Africa by Toto for the rest of time. Inner speech, aka the voice inside your head, is accompanied by tiny muscular movements in the larynx. Don't like that. More than 12 billion light years away there is a water reservoir floating in space that is equivalent to 140 trillion times all the water in the world's ocean. The universe, come get your juice. Humans share 60% of DNA with bananas. I work with 2 people who are at least 95% banana. Today I realized plankton eats holographic meatloaf for dinner because holograms are projections of light, and plankton gain energy through photosynthesis. Superman was originally a vigilante fighter and in one instance was fired upon by the National Guard after he destroyed a slum to force the government to build better housing for the poor. He was also often depicted using lethal force and attacking wife beaters, profiteers, and lynch mobs. In Japanese you can spell American pizza and Italian pizza differently. American, with a hard Z, Italian, much closer to the original pronunciation. Further proof those two are completely different beasts and should be treated as such. The last words of the inventor of air conditioner on his deathbed were, "It'll be a cold day in hell." During a dinner party at Windsor Castle, the Queen danced to ABBA's Dancing Queen, much to the amusement of guests. She reportedly said, "I always try to dance when this song comes on because I'm the queen and I like to dance." Scientists found that men wearing white t-shirts with a large black letter T printed on the front were 12% more attractive to women. The t-shirt creates the illusion of broadened shoulders and a slim waist, a male body shape women typically find attractive. The Morton Salt Company raised the national IQ by 3.5 points when the iodized salt in America. Iodine is critical for normal neurodevelopment, particularly during gestation. Sends iodized salt to Africa. Texas maintains a database of death row inmates' last words. Cough. Long live rock. In Kenya, homosexuality is a crime with 96% of Kenyans thinking it is unacceptable, yet the second most popular search in the country was gay monster. Double stuffed Oreos are only stuffed 1.86 times more than regular Oreos. The Nazis used meth to stay up for 4 days to surprise ambush the French at the start of World War II.